Hello guys, welcome to Lali's EduHub, and I'm glad having you back in the new year. So make sure you hit the subscription button, like, comment, and share your thoughts. Happy New Year to each and everyone. Alright, so for today's session of Lali's EduHub, we are going to learn something interesting. So you could see from my previous videos, especially on mapping with GIS, we know how to map, how to gather information, where to get information, how to digitize and everything. But for today, we are going to explore GIS ArcMap. So what I mean is where we are going to be getting um, certain symbology tools from, certain colors, certain titles and headings in order to make your map very beautiful and can communicate to the map user. So I'm going to be using two softwares to be doing the demonstration for you. But since ArcMap is quite in use, we'll start with the ArcMap, then we'll be blending with the ArcGIS Pro. So this is how the ArcMap looks like. So I'm currently using version 10.8 2. So that is the version. So this is a map and it's in the um, layout view. So we want to go to the data view. So this is it. And then there's are some of the table of contents, and we'll be taking away some. So we'll be learning how we arrived at this symbology, how we are able to get these colors, the names, the design, and everything. Likewise, you also have the ArcGIS Pro. So this is also how the Pro looks like. So I usually like the Pro because sometimes it's easier to get access to certain features, and I think it is just good as um, the Arc map. So you can see we have the layout view just like the other one, and then we have the data view. So this is the map view. So this is where you'll be getting your things from, then you convert it to your data view. Likewise, you have another layout here, and see it's a map that was created and another layout view. All right, so we are going to be working with this data. We are going to learn how to blend the various symbology tools to arrive at this beautiful maps we have here. All right, so let's start by taking off some of the unnecessary things we have in our table of content in order to make the work quite easier. So since all this are unchecked, we can remove them by clicking and then remove. Then since all these ones are also unchecked, we can also remove it. Then we can also remove this too. All right, so we are left with this. So you could see if I should uncheck this, something is going to get missing. If I should uncheck this, it's going to get missing. If I should also uncheck this, it's going to get missing. If I should uncheck this, it's going to get missing. And this, and we have nothing. All right, so let's check them back. And we'll be arriving at a very beautiful map once again. All right, so we'd like to start by arriving at some symbology elements. So let's open the attribute for the township. So you can see the attribute. It is having the FID, the shape area, perimeter, and then the towns, the town names, the district code, and a whole lot of informations. So from here, you can probably decide to add a field to your attributes table by simply going to the table options. Then you click on add field. Then it will show you the type you want, the name of the field. Do you want to use a short integer or long integer, a text or a float? Then you can also do a lot more by freezing um, an attribute information or an attribute. You can select all the fields, you can switch selection, you can do your select by attributes, you can create graphs from the attributes table, you can print your attributes table, and a whole lot. So there's one thing someone might be wondering. So let's assuming you want to gather this information and then analyze it in Excel. So what you want to do is um, take everything you have here and then organize them in Excel for probably an additional editing. So you can do that by coming to your Arc toolbox, sorry. Then you come to your you come to your conversion tools. Then you come to, so from the selection tool, then you select Excel. So we have Excel to table and then we have table to Excel. So let's say you have an Excel sheet and you want to convert it to a table. You can do that. And let's say you have a table which you have and you want to convert it to Excel. You can also do that. So you click and it will give you the information you need to do that. So your input field to Accra Township. Click on OK. Then you could see it will ask you for a location to save it, an output Excel file. So let's say we want to save ours at GIS project, then we can name it Accra Township. Then we click on save, then OK. So it is going to run and then to tell us if it was a success or a failure. So as you can see, it's running. So let's be patient. It's going to pop up very soon. And yes, it is a success. So you can go back to your um, file explorer and check if it's there. Then we can open it from there. So you can see I saved it in GIS project. So it is here, Accra Township. So let's open it and see what we got. So likewise, when you have an Excel file and when you want to have it in a table form, you can do the same thing, go into your conversion tool. So as you can see it perfectly here, we have it here, just as you can see here. So you can see we have just converted it to Excel format. So you can do that by converting Excel to table and table to Excel. So that is one thing we have arrived for today. So conversion of elements. And then also you might be wondering from the same add toolbox to you can gather information. We have the 3D analyst here. The analyst tool, you can perform your 3D functions. But mostly if you are using an ArcMap, you can actually use the arc scene when you want to do your 3D analysis. Then you can also have your analysis to where you have the extract, when you want to perform an extract, an overlay proximity, or you want some statistical tool. And then we also have the cartographic tool or the cartography tool, which as time goes on, when you want, you can visit here. So everything you need is here, and everything you need is in the Arc toolbox. So you can explore them for the work you want to do. So let's quickly brush through some familiar or common tools. So let's say you have a points data and then you want to geocode them. You can use the geocoding tools where you can create an address locator, then you geocode the address. You can rebuild the address. You can match an unmatched address and so on. And we also have the geostatistical tool where you probably want to perform the interpolation. Probably you can use the Kringen method, the sampling network design. We have everything here. So that is also for the geostatistical tools. And then we also have the linear referencing tools. We have the spatial analysis tools. These ones are very, very much common. Probably want to do an analysis on density, distance, extraction, groundwater, interpolation, whatever. You can also get them here. And then we also have the geostatistical tools or the spatial statistics tools where you can perform the spatial autocorrelation of an analysis you want to do. And so we have the spatial statistical tools. We have the analyzing patterns, the mapping clusters, and what have you. So that is just by the way. So let's say you want to change the color of the points we have here. You can do that by just clicking on the point here, and then you have it here. Then you can change the color to any color of your choice. You can change the size. Then you can even click on edit if you want further edit. Then you can just click on OK. Then we have it here. So you can also do something by coming to the properties. A dialog is going to appear where we are going to have so we have the fill, the FID, the shape area. So each and every one you want to work with. So you can start general. So it gives you the layer name, the description, credits. So you can type in the description so that when someone opens your map, they can easily get informations on what they are trying. So you can give a description, then the credits, and probably where you had the informations from and whatever. Then you can also add the source. So you can see the source. We have it here where I got it from. So the coordinate system, the projections. Then we also have the selection. How do you want it? We also have the display. So what do you want to see? Do you want to see the town name? Do you want to see the district code? Do you want to see the area? Do you want to see the parameter? Whatever you want, you can select. Then we come to the most popular one, that is the symbology, where you can change the symbology or the appearance of the point data of the Accra Township. So when you use a single symbology, it means everything we have on our map here will be the same. So that is a single symbol. And then we have the categories. So when we say category, we are trying to categorize them into different things. So let's say you want to use the town name, then you can probably click on add value. So it's going to show all the town names in the Accra towns. So each of the towns comes with different colors. So you can also change the color ramp. And so the color ramp, anytime you change it, so each town gets a different color. So when we should probably go with this, when we click on apply, you could see there are some changes in our map here. So you zoom in and you can see each of the towns got a different color, and as you can see from our table of contents here too. Yep, so that is one thing. So you can revert it back and we can go with the single symbology. And you can also change some of the properties for the symbols. So we want to change the color of a particular symbol, and then you can also so let's say river, you can search for some symbols you want to use. So let's say river, then if there's the symbol you want to use, you can use it. So let's say you want to search for a house. So let's say that point is a house. So you can search for a house. So you can say these are 3D residential buildings. So you can see. So if you want to go with this, you click on OK, and it is going to apply on the map here. So everything you see here will be changed into buildings. So the points data will no longer be points, but they will now be a building. So as you can see, we have them here. So it means there's a building here, there's a building here, there's a building here. And as you can see from our table of content, you can see it has really changed. So let's go back to our normal one. Let's revert it back. So instead of choosing a category or the quantized one, you can just use the single symbology so that everything will just come as a single symbol or just a point data. So to do that, you can just come back to the category. So the categories too, we have the unique category, then we have the unique values, and then it has many fields, and then we have match symbols to a style, so anyone you want. And then we also have the quantiles. So probably you want to work on a heat map, so you can use the graduated colors. So you can see from what we have here. So let's say you want this, it is going to come as such. So as you can see, could not be retrieved properly. So it means you can't use certain symbology styles for a specific work. So the mostly the quantiles or the quantities is best used on polygon items. When you have a polygon feature, you can easily use the graduated colors. So we also have the charts. So let's say you want to use a chart, so it's going to appear here. So anytime you do something in ArcMap, it gives you a preview of what your work is going to be like. And then we also have the multiple attributes. So it's going to appear as this. Then you can go back to the single symbology and then just apply, and everything will just come as a point data. So the same thing applies to the line features as well. So let's say road. When you search for road, it's going to give you all symbols for roads. I hope we selected. Also, it's a river. So let's use a river. So river. So it's going to give you all kinds of symbol for river. Then you can select the color, the height, the width, and everything you want to select. So let's say you want to go with just the normal river. Okay, normal river. So as you can see, all the rivers on our map, rivers should be identified with the blue color, right? Yes, as you can see, all the rivers on our map are in blue. So you can do the color if you want. Probably you want your river to be black, then you can use the black color. You want it to be green, you can use the green color. However, in cartography or in GIS, it is color plays a very important role. So let's say you're dealing with vegetation, green should be used when you want to do something related to vegetation. When you want to do something related to soil, probably you can use the brown color. When you want to do something related to water bodies, you can use the green color. Sorry, the blue color. So color plays an important role in cartography and map work. It helps you communicate well to the map reader so they can understand what they are saying. So in a scenario where someone who doesn't understand the basics of cartography, the moment they see this map and they see the blue, they know this is a water body. When they see a green, they know probably it's a lash of vegetation. So just as we did for you can just right click on it, go to the properties, and you can use the categories. So let's say so you can select the one you want to choose, then you click on add field, and it's going to show you different colors of it, so different categories. So let's say you've identified a river. So let's say this is river A, this is river B, and then you don't want them to appear on the map as the blue color. You want to present them with different colors. Then you can use the category so that you know that this is river A, probably river A is polluted, hence I will depict river A with a brown color, and I'll do this with a blue color. Then after doing it, then you can click on apply, and as you can see, it is done. So the rivers here have a different color. So this river has a different color from this one. This has a different color. This has a different color. Then this has a different color as well. So we can just go back and then use the single symbology, then apply, then you can close it. Then the road network too, you can do the same thing. So road, and it's there, then you can select the same thing. So this is something interesting in ArcMap. So rail, so you can see the railway. So you can select different types of railway depending on what you want and what you want to communicate to your map reader. So you can see this is a railway and railroad, and then we have the multi-track, we have the railway under construction, railway in streets, abandoned. So as I said earlier, the symbology you use should communicate with your map reader or the end user of your map. Then the boundary too, you can change the color. So let's say you want a yellow color, you can change it. It's going to change. If you want a dark gray color, and it's going to be there for you. Any color you want to use, you should make sure your map is very clear, and it should be able to communicate to your map reader so it not create any kind of noise on the map. So you might be wondering what noise is. Noise is just any unwanted thing on your map that prevents the map from getting the right interpretation. So anything that distracts the map or prevents people from understanding what you're trying to communicate is called a noise. Yep. So this is it for ArcMap. So you can probably do this, and then after you are satisfied, then you can come to your layouts view where you plan your legend and everything. So the legend, you can just come to insert, and then everything is here for you. You can add everything you want, your border, your frame, and everything. So let's do an example with this one. So let's say you have activated your legend and you want to change the features you have here. You can just double click on it, Then it gives you an overview of what you want. It gives you a style. You can come to the general, then you can select the ones you want, the layout. So let's say the custom one, that is what you want to work with, and the line two, that is what you want to work with. Then the frame of the legend, you want to add the border, whether you want to add the border, the position of it. You can do everything here and customize your map in a very nice way. You can add your north arrow, customize it nicely. Then your coordinate system, the grid, your latitudes, and then the longitudes. So you can do everything you want to do in ArcMap. So likewise in ArcGIS Pro, it is also an exciting tool to use. So as you can see, we can close this, and then this is the map here. So previously it was like this. So just like the ArcMap, you can just right click on anything and then start the process. So just like that one, it will also open the attributes table for you. When you click on attributes table, it will open the attributes table for you. When you click on the properties, to show you everything you want to work with. So you also see the label class, the settlement. It will ask you for the FID and everything you want to work with in order to get a beautiful map. So when we come to so it's still loading the attributes table for us. So these are some of so these are the attributes table of the item we have selected. Yep. So this is another way of working and exploring ArcMap. ArcGIS Pro is a very nice tool, and I'm thinking of um, bringing more videos on using and exploring the GIS Pro as well. However, majority of today's video was focused on the use of the ArcMap. So probably in my next video, we'll take the ArcGIS Pro one by one. Then we can learn how to get the size we want, the symbology we want, the layouts we want, the informations we need, and everything, and how to also perform some analysis using ArcGIS Pro. So you can create lots and lots of maps from ArcMap. So once you are done with your map, you want to export it so you can show it to your viewers. So you can just come to file, then you come to export map. So most of these videos are in my previous videos. So you can ArcMap, then the resolution. I usually use 300 dots per inch. So I use that one, and you can save. You should save it as a PNG if you want it as a JPEG. However, PNG keeps the resolution and its quality very nice. Even if you zoom in, it will not lose its quality. However, for the JPEG, sometimes when you zoom in, and information is being lost. So I usually prefer the PNG, the portable network graphic, or you can also save it as PDF. Probably you want to use it as a PDF, then you just click on save. So I already have a map like that, so I don't want to replace. So let's name it ArcMap 1. Oh, I also have another. Wow. Let's just do it Accra. So yes, access saving, it will give you so we can open it, then we can see what we have created. So ArcMap is an exciting tool you can use to create maps, beautiful maps, that will help you communicate to your reader, so you can get more attentions, or you can rely on information to the end user. So with this, when you zoom in, you can see each of the information is better without it losing its quality or resolution. Yeah, so this is exploring a GIS map part 1, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so when I release the part 2 using the ArcMap, you'll be able to learn more and more about certain hidden map tools that you probably don't know of, and I bet you these tools will help you in the field of GIS and everything you want to do. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I do hope that you learned something from this video. See you in my next video. Bye.